Hello and welcome back to Growing with Plotter 21. So it's a bit of a different video today. I just thought I'd show you around the house and the backyard of what's growing currently indoors and outdoors, because since the last video it's been just non-stop torrential rain. It's starting to ease off a little bit now, so I wanted to give you a little update on what's happening in the house and obviously the plan for the allotment. Hopefully I'll be able to get down to the allotment this weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so I've got 3 days off work. So hopefully I'll be able to get down and do some jobs, but I'll show you what's happening in the house and I'll show you what I'm planning to do at the allotment. First things first, a little update on what I'm hoping to plant out this weekend. So these are the Ferrari bush bean, red swan bush beans, the black shot purple pod shell peas, and the Bellini bush shell peas. These are all from Ali at My Rusty Garden. She said that the red swan bush is one of her favourite pod beans, and she also said that she sows the Ferrari bush bean monthly from May to June outside direct. So that's the plan. I want to get them outside, and I've also got some runner beans as well from my dad that need to go out as well. But like I said, it's too wet at the moment, but hopefully over the next couple of days it'll dry out. I do need to re-sow my parsnips, so I'm planning on putting them in the Click and Grow. I've got some experimental pods that you can use for anything you want, and last year they did work well. They did germinate and work well in the experimental pods, because this year every parsnip I've done some directly outside, I've done some indoors, and nothing has germinated at all, so I'm going to try again on the Click and Grow. So let me take you to the kitchen and show you what's going on in there. So we're here in the kitchen. Excuse the mess, just need to do a bit of sorting out, but these are the pumpkins. Absolutely brilliant. These are the Big Max pumpkins, these two, and then this is a Jack Little and a white pumpkin. So these definitely need to go out. They're getting quite big now. But what I've done is I bought 2 of these garden arches. So the plan is to grow the Jack Littles and the white pumpkins up the arches. Now I've only got one of each, but I am growing. I have sowed more. So we've got a couple here that have just started to germinate, and one here that's just started to germinate as well. So we'll have a few extra little plants hopefully. So at least we'll hopefully get a little archway going. I might put some if I haven't got enough pumpkins, I might put some peas or beans as well in the archway as well. I'm going to cover it with some chicken wire, but obviously when I do all that I'll show you how it all gets done. And I did pick up a soil, see if you can see that, soil test kit for the blueberry bush that's outside, because obviously they do like, I think it's acidic soil. When I've been googling lots of things, it's always good to keep it in a pot instead of in normal ground. So talking about outside, let's go outside in the rain and I'll show you the destruction that the last few days of storms have done. Here we go, and as you can see, everything is kind of fallen over a little bit. And these are my early potatoes that have all fallen over. You can't imagine, this is my son's paddling ball, you can't imagine that literally 4 days ago he was out here in the paddling pool, and now the weather is like this, damp, wet, horrible. These are all the other potatoes that are doing amazingly well. This is the blueberry bush, as mentioned. It's leaned over a little bit, but it's doing good. Then in the mini greenhouse we have got our 3 melons, which are doing okay at the moment, but I think the cold is not helping them that well. We've got a courgette. This one is from Ali at My Rusty Garden, and we have one mini munch cucumber, which is doing okay-ish. But the temperature's just dropped dramatically. Literally in the last 4 days we've gone from 24 degrees to 11. 3 of the tomatoes that I put in the grow bag are doing okay. They've kind of leaned over a little bit, so we'll need to sort them out. And this is the disaster. R.I.P. The squash. Butternut squash is doing okay. Let's get that out. Put that in. I'll put that in the greenhouse, and a winter squash as well. Yeah, these were most of my pumpkins put outside, and then they wilted in the sun, and then I couldn't get to them because of the storm. So first things first, let's try and get these inside here. So what we've got in here, these are the cherry tomatoes, which are doing okay. These are the normal tomatoes. I can't remember what they're called now. Normal tomatoes. These were from Allotment, my rusty garden. They're doing brilliantly. And these are those two unknown plants. Well, that one looks like it's about to die. This one looks like it's doing okay. Let's get this winter squash in here as well. Push them back a bit. I might have to close it off, seal it off properly so we can get a bit of heat into it. Let me do that now. Okay, so it's all closed off. So we've got the cherry tomatoes at the back, we've got a butternut squash and a winter squash, and then we've got more tomatoes down here as well. These will all go out to the plot. I'm going to keep a couple of the tomatoes in the greenhouse, and I might put a couple of the cherry tomatoes. I've got the empty greenhouse over here, so I might put them in here as well. But then everything else I'll have to go to the plot because I don't have space. But this is the pumpkin squash graveyard, as you can see how much rain we've been having recently. This is just literally overnight. It's just terrible. Not good. Let's go inside because I'm getting so wet out here, and I'll give you a final update. So that's the update from the house. I'm hoping the weather holds off a little bit so I can try and get out to the allotment today to build the arch and plant a few things out, but at the moment I don't think it's going to do anything. As I mentioned, it's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK. This weekend in Manchester is the Great Manchester Run. So tomorrow me and my son are doing the mini run, which is 1.6 kilometers, so I'm doing that with him. And then we've also got family down this weekend as well, so it's going to be very, very busy. So I'm not going to have much time over Saturday or Sunday to get to the allotment. So if I don't get today, later on today, if it dries out, which I don't think it's gonna, then it's gonna have to be bank holiday Monday or next week. So I just wanted to give you a little update of what's happening at the house. That's everything that's growing, that's the plan. And also I need to do another coat on the shed, because obviously I put the first coat on and then the rains came, and I've not been able to get another coat on since then, and I need to paint inside the shed and take stuff over to the shed and sort out the shed. So lots to do, but the weather is not helping. I suppose the good thing is with the shed, I could take stuff over to the allotment and start storing them in the shed, because I don't need nice weather to do that. So that's one thing I can do. But thanks for watching. Have a great bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK. Have a lovely weekend anywhere else in the world, and I hope to see you very soon. And as always, happy growing.